That's what
Funny.
she said. All right, you're live.
Good evening. It is
Welcome to
Friday.
Arizona.
It is Friday, October 9th, and we've got a gorgeous, is this fall evening or I don't know. Are we
It's
in fall
fall.
yet?
Yeah.
It's autumn.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
fall, but
Beautiful weather.
what is it? 80 degrees out here. It's beautiful. Gorgeous weather. Anyway,
I wasn't sure what it was going to be. I put a little heavier shirt than I usually wear, but I'm comfortable.
so thanks all for tuning in. We got some stuff to share with you tonight. Um,
I found it.
Oh, you did find it. Good. And we'll be doing a giveaway. So I'll actually show the giveaway right now. So we're doing one giveaway, two prizes for one giveaway, and Vicky will be talking about the trivia question here in a bit.
Bull says, I shall type really slowly.
Yes, I bet he will.
Excuse me for interruption. Vicky, you didn't bring those mirror letters
No,
out?
not yet. Well,
Okay.
we will, but no.
All right.
So we have a Halloween set. Seems appropriate. So this is a 10-piece Halloween set and
Layout templates.
Templates. I'm sorry. I should have said that. And we have a large t-shirt. Sawdust Makes Me Happy t-shirt.
Old Yeller.
Old yellow t-shirt. So, here's the deal, guys. I'm going to ask you guys a favor. I don't do this very often, and it's one of my failings. So I'm going to ask you guys personally, yes, you who's watching right now, I'm going to ask you to go on and give us a like. We need more likes so that YouTube will pick it up and will get better in the algorithm, and more people will see it, and everything is better. So please hit that like button. Please. I'm asking you. I'm begging you. I'm begging you.
How about the subscribe button?
Well, we're assuming that if they're seeing this, they're subscribed because they're watching this on YouTube.
Okay.
So yes, subscribe button too if you haven't done that.
Bull said, I'm missing my like button because of the accident. Yes, it's thumbs up, Andy.
Yes, that's the like button, the thumbs up. Please, we'd appreciate it. Okay, so we'll be giving these away here in a little bit. So speaking of Bull, who evidently is here, Vicky was just talking with him a few minutes ago, and he had a little boo-boo today. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I think we all need to pray for Bull because he might lose his finger, he said. That's what he told Vicky. Had an accident at work. And no, it wasn't a saw. But let me show you. So, what did I do with it? Oh, I set it over there. Can you me? Sorry.
I wondered why you put it over there.
I don't know. It just felt like the thing to do at the time. So you guys know we use this quite a bit. I think Bull uses it like every day at work. But his didn't have the paddle switch. You guys know how adamant I am about this. Is such a dangerous machine. And if you have the paddle switch, if somehow you lose your grip or whatever, it automatically goes off. Bull's evidently didn't have that, and that was through leather gloves, heavy leather gloves. So
Welding gloves, yeah.
yeah, welding gloves. So anyway,
That's the one that I took my knuckle apart with.
yeah, and if you hadn't had the paddle switch, it would have been
worse.
way bad. So if you guys are going to buy one of these, when I first bought one of these, well, not when I, yeah, well, when I first bought one, I bought it.
Bought the new one, yeah.
Yeah, I bought the stupid Chicago Electric from Harbor Freight, which I had 2 or 3 of those, and they almost got me several times. I finally ended up chucking the last one of those, and I went and got a DeWalt. But the first one I bought had just the on switch to it, and then I realized that wasn't the one I wanted. I went back and I don't. It seemed like it was only like 10, 15, 20 bucks more for the paddle switch. But if you guys go buy one of these, this is a great machine. In fact, you guys will see Vicky using it on Monday's video. It's a terrific machine. I love this thing. But get the one with the paddle switch. Huh?
And explain what the paddle switch is.
Paddle switch is this, and what you have to do is that's the on button. And there's no way to keep it on if you don't keep pressure on this. So if somehow you lose your grip or whatever, or you injure yourself, you let go and it automatically stops. So you've got to have one of these. Definitely get one with a paddle switch. And
Anytime you have
always-
a grinder or a saw that has an off and on switch, get one with the paddle switch so that if you lose your grip for whatever reason, if you lose your balance or if you're cutting something and you lose your grip on that thing, bang, it goes off. If it don't go off, it can cut you a lot easier than it'll cut a piece of wood.
Yeah, that thing would have taken off my whole hand.
yeah, it would have definitely lost
Rudy
a finger.
Molina is here. It says, "Hey, you guys, how you guys doing? I got
Good,
an order
Rudy.
to do for an office, 10 name signs, 4 by 16, $20 each, and I'm making 200. And I
Wow.
already have all the scrap wood.
Wow, that's fantastic, Rudy. That is exciting. 200 of them. Wow. That'll keep you busy for a day or so.
Bull says he lost his hat. Can he have yours?
Sorry. Anyway, guys, everybody pray for Bull that everything works out.
I think I'm gonna I'm gonna revise my will and leave this hat to Bull when I'm gone. So
There you go.
So you guys are my witness. If anything should happen to me, I want you to send this hat to Bull.
He said, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
And don't take out a contract on me, Bull. It has to be natural death.
All right. So I got a really good question from Pat Alito down in Phoenix. A couple questions actually has to do with finishing. And he said, I came across an issue that maybe you can give me some advice. I use the Helmsman Spar Urethane Clear Gloss both in spray can and in my critter sprayer. I was preparing to spray with my critter sprayer assigned and noticed I had left a jar half full of Helmsman urethane and it was solid on top and the bottom was liquid. So I poured some lacquer thinner in the jar and after a while became liquid again. My question is that would it be okay to use the Helmsman with thinner and would it have any effect on the gloss or other issues? I intend to use a strainer to remove any solid particles and spray on a test board, but I need to go and purchase a new container of Helmsman and finish my project for my granddaughter's teacher. So that's the first question. So I went out and I've had this issue with Helmsman as well, and you guys might relate to this. So this is this has been sitting up there, and I actually it was a solid skin on the top. I poked it with a screwdriver, and then I poured most of it into another jar. I had actually 2 half jars. Poured the liquid into another jar, and then what I did was I took a new jar and I filled it probably about that much with paint thinner, and then I filled it up to about here with this used stuff, but I did it through a strainer. I strained it, and then I put it in here, and this is what I ended up with. So this is now my Helmsman, and it's thinned about 20%. It says that if you want to, you can thin this stuff up to 50%, but I just thinned it about 20%. So I took 2 half jars. Again, my thinner was about this much, and then the rest of it was Helmsman, and then I sprayed a little bit. Man, it made a huge difference. Now, whether I went ahead and marked it and dated it, I don't know if it's going to develop a skin. I'm hoping that it doesn't because it's thinned. We're going to find out because I dated it and marked it. But this is 20% thin, and it's and so what I did was I took the critter sprayer. In case you guys don't know, this is the critter sprayer. This is thinner in there right now, and
Just paint thinner.
just paint thinner, yeah. And I sprayed 1 coat on this piece of cedar. I sprayed this about 2.5 hours ago. It's already, it's still a little tacky right there on the knot, but the rest of it is pretty much dry to the touch. I don't think and I answered Pat. I don't basically. I sprayed one coat on there. I don't think it's going to affect the gloss much. I think and I don't know if you can see this. I'll try and see, but this is only one coat, but it definitely has a shine to it because this is a gloss. That's all I use is gloss.
So you recommend about a 24-hour drying period?
Yeah, I'll probably give it another coat tomorrow. Although I do think it says on the can that it dries faster than that. But I think it's a little different than the old Varathane that we
Right.
use. But this is gloss Helmsman, thin 20%, and I sprayed it with my critter at about 50 pounds pressure. It might have sprayed even less than that. I don't know. I just set it at 50, and it sprayed good right through the critter. And then I cleaned it out about a 20-second spray with the thinner, and I just left the thinner in there. But if you guys have issues with that, it could be that the thinner, and I don't know. Again, I'm not an expert at this, guys. This is kind of one of the reasons that I've got away from oil-based, the Helmsman, and I've been using the Czar because it's water-based, because that never gets a skin on it. This just was always irritating to me, this whole skin thing. But I'm hoping that the thinning it will keep that skin from developing. But anyway, so that
I used to get that with Varathane, and I just throw it away and start with new.
Yeah.
I never even tried to thin it or clean it up. So that was what I did. But what you done there, this is something I've never done. So
yeah,
that's,
I literally just
yeah,
jammed it and then poured it in, run it through the strainer, and then thinned it, and it looks pretty pristine.
yeah, it looks good. I like the looks of it.
Yeah. And it's much. Well, this is got a lot of solids in it, but it's much thinner than normal. And man, it just went on. It went on really well. I may start, if this thin idea works, I may start using this stuff more.
How
Now,
often do you change the thinner?
well, this is brand new thinner that I put in here because this is the first time I've sprayed the thin stuff. I probably would keep this thinner for maybe 3 or 4 different. It all depends. When it really starts getting nasty, then I'll probably put new thinner in it. But again, one of the reasons I like the water base because water is cheaper than thinner. But I may start using the Helmsman a little bit more. Another reason I really don't like, and this is oil based, obviously, since I'm using thinner. Another reason that I've kind of shied away from this stuff is because it leaves an amber color, obviously, leaves an amber color, and if you go over anything that's white, it kind of changes the color. So keep that in mind. Now, you guys know for the last several years I've been using the Czar water-based, and I'm super happy with the Czar water-based. Oh, Mag's, we got a side-by-side going by, and Mag's going to go out and bark at him. Oh, that's funny.
Mom.
Yeah. So Mag's
We
getting
have
her.
a quick question. I know.
Yeah.
Dave, Rigoberto Garza. He says, Mr. Dave, I have a cat just like that, but is there any way I can get or buy that pencil holder?
Yeah, they're so easy to make. Let me show you what I've done. This is just a magnet that you can get anywhere. I've got a ton of them, but this is just a magnet that I put on the hat. Now, this one is like a magnetic button, but you can just use a regular round, 1-inch round magnet, put one on the inside, pull that back over, put one on the outside, and then the pencil to go on there, you can do a couple of things. This is a spring that I bought at Lowe's, and I think it cost $1.50. But if you have a 1/4-20 hex nut, that will just fit on a pencil. And it really, literally, you can put this pencil in your drill, put a 1/4-20 nut, and just drill it in there, and then put it on there, and that's it. That's literally
I think you
all
lost
you
part
have
of
to
your
do.
magnet there
The only thing is, on this button,
because it's down
it
inside.
needs an additional magnet on there to make sure it holds. But that's literally all there is to it. Uh, you're going to spend maybe $3 or $4 and 10 minutes making it. I suppose I probably could make them for sale, but I never have.
Yeah, just show somebody else how to do it, what you just did.
Yeah, but if you can't find what you need, let me know and I'll see about making one for you.
Bull says Gigi's on here.
Oh. Joanne?
Joanne.
Yeah.
He said, Gigi, yeah, he says it was willed to me, so go find your own. Bull said, easy with the cap, Dave. Don't poke holes in it.
Well, it's got, when I put this magnetic button on there, I bought those originally. I bought a bunch of them to hold the shields, those plastic shields. And then I decided to go a little different route on the shields. And I still have a lot of these buttons, and they have little prongs on them. They go through the material, and then they bend over. But if I'm recommending, just get a couple of 1-inch round magnets, put one on the inside, one on the outside, and put either a spring or a nut on your pencil. And that's literally all you need to do. It's simple to do. And I thought about making them and marketing them, but it's just it's so simple to do that I just never have got around to making them for sale.
Bull says, Eric, did you ever do any research on sign smolts? And has anyone else tried using them on wood?
I believe that was, and who's asking? Bull? Bull, I did kind of did some research at the time that you asked. I did some research on that, and to be honest, it looked just like the glass bead that we used to use. It looked just like it. It looks like salt, and it's a reflective glass bead. And
I've used it for years.
And we've used that. We've used that many times. We've done videos even on it. It's been a while, but the way I remember it, Bull, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the way I remember it, it seemed like it was just basically like the glass bead
That's
that
what
we
he
used.
said. He says, so glass beads can be used.
Yep. Yep, absolutely. We used it. We used to keep it in a salt shaker, literally.
Yeah, and after we paint the letters, I'd use like white Verithin, and I'd paint the letters white, and then when they were still tacky, I'd take that salt shaker full of reflective glass bead and just salt it a little bit, and then just let it set for 24 hours, and then when you set it up, shine a light on it.
Yeah.
What it does, the glass bead reflects the light directly back to where it's coming from. If
Highway
it's
signs.
off to one side, doesn't show up. But if you shine your light directly on it, it shines right back at you.
That's
No,
what they
we
do on
don't
highway
sell
signs.
Anything like that. We don't have that.
Yeah.
You buy it on Amazon.
Oh yeah, you can buy that. If you just go to Google or Amazon, reflective glass bead, you'll find it.
And you can get it in colors. We always use white because we use different colors on the letters that we use.
Yeah.
But you can get the glass bead in different colors as well.
Okay, we need to.
Okay. What? So
need more thumbs up?
keep giving us likes, guys. Keep those thumbs up coming. So the second question was, and this one's really fast. Is there a urethane or any product that will not yellow, meaning without the amber tint? I like the blonde color of the cedar. Most of my signs are darker than I like, but no complaint from my customers so far. I saw a video that you mentioned that Czar water-based now has a tint. I have not found a Czar in a local store and would purchase it online if it would not yellow. So here's the thing with Czar. I went and looked at their website, and I've heard a couple different things, but on the website, the water-based Czar, they have added a little tint to it, but it says really light, a very light tint. It used to be crystal clear, but now I believe that it has a little bit of a tint. But my hunch is it's not near as much as what the oil-based Helmsman has. So it does have a little tint. That's the only thing that I know of exterior-wise that I would recommend is the Czar. If you're going interior, you can use almost anything. You use polyacrylic or all kinds of different things that are clear. But if it's exterior, then the only ones that I recommend are the Helmsman, and I think the Czar water-based is still a great product. However, it does have a little bit of a tint. I haven't used it yet. The stuff that I've got, it goes so far. The stuff that I have is the old formula that has no tint to it at all.
Frank said Helmsman water base has no tint.
Well, there you go. Yeah, I had forgotten about that. That's right. And by and large, they say water-based finishes do not have a tint. Although now evidently Czar has a slight tint to it. But I'll be honest, I doubt that it has anything close to what this stuff has in it. Okay, you were pointing at something?
Let's do the drawing.
Okay, so, all right, let me get this stuff out of the way. Time to do the trivia. So, keep smashing that like button, guys. So here is our. Wow, it's getting dark out here. Huh?
Yeah, all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's all of a sudden, boom, it got dark. So these are both going to the person that answers this question.
All right, here's the question. Now, again, it's a two-part question, so don't answer part of it and not the other because you won't win. So, here's the question. October 9th, 1938, there was an American cartoonist who created Broomhilda. What was his name and what year was Broomhilda created?
Ooh, Google. Everybody's Googling. That glass bead, just while we're waiting, that glass bead, I remember that sign, that the Chevrolet ribbon sign that I made for the back of my Chevelle, said Chevelle on it, and I put
October
that
9th,
white letters with that
1938,
glass
American
bead.
cartoonist
I
created
wish I still had that
Broomhilda.
sign.
What was his name and what year was it Broomhilda created? Terry said Alexa is clueless.
Alexa doesn't know. Ooh.
Nope.
Wow.
Wow. Spiro Signs of the Times. I don't know who that is.
Spiro, S-P-E-R-O?
S-P-E-R-O-S, Signs of the Times.
I know Spiro.
So it's Russell Myers, and it was in 1970.
Spiro. I know Spiro.
Who is that? Russell?
I know his last name, but it's really kind of a complicated last name.
Okay, so Mr. Spiro or Mrs. Spiro, email me with your name, address, and stuff so that I can ship this out to you because you were correct. Russell Myers, 1970.
Congratulations, Spiro.
I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't talked to Spiro for a while.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I would have guessed Al Cap, but I know he created Little Abner, but and Lena the Hyena he created it, but
Broomhilda hasn't been 1970. I figured
1970.
Broomhilda went back before that.
yeah, I did too.
Huh.
All right,
Okay.
so Spiro
question.
Signs of the Times. Send me an email, Vicky, with davesigns@gmail.com.
I know Spiro's last name. I just can't.
And
Not
we'll
coming
get
to
that
me
out of
right
here for
now.
you tomorrow. Cara Demos.
Yeah, Karadimos. That's it. Yep, Karadimos. Yep, that's it. I remember I told you it was kind of long, complicated last name. Congratulations, Spiro. That's terrific.
Yeah, that's a nice Irish name. Are you directly from Ireland?
Let's see.
Little humor there, Spiro.
Cara Demos.
So tomorrow morning, Vicki and I will be on Facebook Live at 9 a.m. Arizona time.
Oh,
Probably.
I have a question. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
no, go ahead.
What compressor do you recommend for critter spray gun? Also, what paint do you recommend for the wood signs by when using the sprayer? That's Miguel Saras.
So Miguel, as far as the compressor that I use is is a pretty good size stand up, a Cobalt. I want to say it's a.
I googled Bruce.
Was it? What's that big one that we got? It's like a 13-gallon.
13 or 15 gallons.
Yeah, but
I've got a little 3.5 or 4 gallon that works just as well.
and that's what I was going to suggest.
Yeah.
That little one that you have is I think it's like a horse and a half or something, and it's a little 3.5 or
I
4
think
gallon.
3.5 or
It's
4
just a little
gallon.
one like this, portable
Yeah,
on
you
wheels.
can just
Yeah.
pick it up and carry it around.
However, I will say the little pancake compressors, I don't recommend those. I went through a couple of those and burn them up.
Frank said I use a pancake compressor. I have no problem spraying any paint.
Yeah, well, see, here's the thing. The pancake compressor, I burned them up. A couple of them, I burned them up. Maybe that, it was just me. But,
I use my Cobalt a lot, and it just never fails. Every time I turn it on, it's good. It recharges just within a minute or two. It fills back up, and it's just an all around good compressor.
Yeah,
I
but when
like it, and they're available
when
at
you're
Lowe's.
using a critter though, and you're doing a lot of spraying, that's where I burned up the little pancake compressors. So I don't recommend those. If they're working for Frank, hey, then maybe I don't know, maybe I was doing something wrong. But when I'm doing several signs or a big sign, and I'm spraying with the critter, the pancake compressors just didn't hold up. I need something a little bit bigger than that. But that's just me.
Yeah, they just got hot real fast, and,
Yeah.
and the motor burned up.
Dan Yoda said Frank and Easy are going to fight tonight. Easy.
Oh,
Calls you Easy.
that's what he calls me. That yeah. So as far the other part was the paint. What kind of paint? I really don't spray paint very much. Like never through my critter. I'm always spraying just exterior finishes pretty much. So I don't really spray paint, but I think Frank does that. And this critter sprayer sprays paint really, really well.
Miguel says, I'm okay spending a little more for a bigger compressor like the Cobalt
Yeah.
you mentioned, since I will use it for other things as well.
Yeah, it's a good compressor. Cobalt makes a good compressor.
Yeah,
We've
you
been
can get
really
a
happy with
15,
them.
15 or 20 gallon Cobalt for not a lot of money. I mean, just maybe a couple $100, and they'll probably last as long as you need them.
Okay.
Okay, so anyway,
I've got
this
one,
is a great sprayer.
the one in the shop right now. I bought in 2014.
Yeah,
something
5,
like
6 years
that.
ago.
I've got the date right on it. It's been 5 or 6 years. Still just runs great.
Yep.
Bull says his finger would look good in that jar. Frank says my video is coming out starting tomorrow. Will show me painting with it.
With the critter.
Yeah, I think it'll be on the third video. Or
Oh,
video
terrific.
series, yeah.
Good. Good. Excellent. Yeah, this critter gun is amazing. I love this thing.
Okay.
Okay, that is it, boys and girls. It's really getting dark
I'm sorry,
now.
Scott
Christian.
Yes.
Yes.
I guess he. I'm sorry, Scott. I can't go all the way back up to read it, but he. I know I have to. Something with his business name. I can't think of the word I'm looking for. It's way up here. Scott, type it again, because I can't find it.
He was.
He.
His email was something leather. It had leather in
No,
that.
it was something about his business.
Okay.
Shoot. He officially got his name for his business.
Oh, terrific.
So something.
Good.
I can't remember, but anyway, congratulations.
Congratulations, Scott. That's great. Terrific. Glad to hear
I
it.
was going to see if he put it on here again, but anyway, okay, so we'll.
Okay.
Oh, he trademarked. He got a trademark.
Oh,
For his
fantastic.
business name, yeah.
Excellent. Good for you, Scott. Glad to hear it, buddy. Congratulations.
Thank you, Gigi.
Okay, so that is it, guys. We are out of here, and before it really the bugs start showing
Yeah,
up
they're
to the
starting
light.
already.
Yeah, And so we'll see you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. No early morning video, but tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., Vicki and I will be on live on Facebook, and Vicki's got some exciting things to share. And then Senior Moments will be on Sunday morning, and then a brand new project video on Monday, and then another one on Wednesday. Anyway, that's it.
All right, guys.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Keep hitting that like button.
I got a rudder for my boat that I'm going to put on it, and I'll show that to you one of these days when I get it done.
Yeah,
All right.
maybe a week from Sunday.
All right, guys. See you tomorrow morning.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Have a great night.